the season low, 9 in the third, 10 in the fourth. Were there any adjustments that happened in the second half, or what do you guys think went wrong that allowed Golden State to just kind of run away with this in the second half?
I don't think we scored any paint points in the second quarter, and we had 22 at half, so that was probably the biggest difference, to be honest. They played zone in the first half too, so it's not really that. I think we just weren't as aggressive, and I think the 2 fouls in 10 seconds really kind of dictated the rest of the quarter, to be honest. So we never really got a flow because there was a stoppage almost every defensive possession, so it's hard for us to get things offensively.
Players?
Well, just for you, in that first half, you guys, paint touches you guys were getting on, so I think it was 22 points between you and coming on the ball. It looked like Golden State kind of was loading up a bit on the pick and roll. What did you see there as far as that coverage is concerned?
In the first half, or?
No, I think the first half.
Yeah, they typically play that way. They pack the paint. But I thought Bell did a good job of continuing to seal. And we just did a good job of feeding each other. I think some of those points weren't necessarily off pick and rolls. We had a couple, but just moving the ball and getting it.
Zachary?
This is for either one of you. Obviously a loss is hard, but with the schedule winding down, the season winding down, how do you all continue to stay motivated for the next game?
Sure. We're pros. It's a privilege to play this game at this level. So we just have to come in and be better. Individually, obviously I have to be better. But as a team, as a collective, we have to be consistent in playing for 40 minutes and just, have an attitude of confidence regardless of, our situation.
More questions for Severie?
That inconsistency has just been a theme in the third and the fourth quarter, just not being able to find consistency. At what point do you feel that there needs to just be different adjustments at halftime, or what are things that need to be said at halftime so that these second halves don't get away from you? Because it's just been the theme for the majority of the season.
Honestly, I'm not sure if there's anything else to be said. You can say all the right things, you just have to do them. Ultimately, it's on us as players to step up, to not foul, to make layups, take care of the ball. We just got to do it at this point.
Anybody else for Severie?
So just one for you. Can't leave you on this. Second start for you, just how do you feel integrating into the team?
I know we're going through a hard time right now, but I said at the beginning, I really love this team. They were so welcoming and supportive, and they're still the same. I can see why they were talking about having a good locker room, and it affects the game. I know we're losing and stuff, but just like you said, just trying to be better for each other and stuff. It really motivates you. It's giving you a reason to just show up every day and just try for them first and for yourself. I really enjoy it, even if it's really tough right now, but I know we're gonna get better. Even if it's 11, 10 games left, I know we're trying to finish in the best way we can. So,
Last questions? Thanks. Okay, next.
Thank you.
19 second half points is a new season low, and 9 in the third, 10 in the fourth. And just the theme that we've kind of heard all season has been inconsistency and execution in the second half. Is there just things that the coaching staff needs to do different in trying to preach execution, or are there things that the players need to do to just frankly execute the adjustments that you're wanting to see?
I think it's a collective issue, and we've tried different things. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't. So yeah, the consistency is a thing. That's not all on the players. That starts with me, and I just gotta be better for that.
Ryan and then Andy.
Coach, there's been a lot of different starting lineup that you've had to trot out. Just from your standpoint, do you feel like that's kind of part of the reason why offensively there's times where you guys have some of these situations where the rhythm and flow is just kind of not there for you?
Yes and no. I don't think that for the most part starts have been the issue. I think that we've started pretty well for most of the season. It's been kind of how it's flowed after that. Obviously, third quarters have been a thorn in the side all year, but our first quarters, really throughout, no matter who the starting lineup has been pretty decent at times. I think that we lost the first quarter today by 4. We were able to win the second quarter. We went into the half feeling pretty good. And then we came out and you saw the game win. So it's tough. It's tough, obviously, when in lopsided scores like this. It puts it hard to kind of feel like your hands are tied in another lopsided free throw game. It's hard to kind of make your stance when the game was kind of out of reach. But sometimes those fouls, called or not called, can change momentum in games. It wasn't the issue why we lost today. It wasn't the issue why we've lost the last 2. But there's been some inconsistencies there as well. But I think overall it was just there was a lack of fight late, and I got to be better of motivating to going into that second half.
Hey, Coach, you touched on it already, but talking about the starting lineup, the second game where Seppi and Rachel were starting there, just want to get your perspective on what you liked out there, what maybe you didn't like, if we'll expect to see that lineup in the future.
I'm not sure. Kind of took it as it goes. Got to look at the film, but I think that the idea was having as many ball handlers out there to try to alleviate some on-ball pressure at times. And I think we've been able to do that for the most part. Took care of the ball in the first half, and then turnovers kind of came to haunt us in the second half a little bit. I think that was more from being stagnant. They played a lot of zone. They were mixing up zone and man throughout the second half. So I'm not sure what the lineups will look like moving forward, but we've gotten a good look the last 2 games on what this lineup looks like.
Got time for a few more. Good as that for you.
Hey, Coach. I mean, obviously losing is hard, and especially losing by margins like this is hard. But with the number of games that are left in the season, 10 or 11, how do you keep everybody motivated to, learn from this game and then just focus on the next one?
Yeah, we gotta have a short memory from that standpoint. But I mean, it's been a tough season all the way through, and so to be able to continue to find motivation to continue to give our best effort moving forward, that should always be the baseline for who we are and what we need to give. And so no matter how many games are left, no matter who our opponent is, the fight and the competition and the passion should always be there. And so that's what we got to continue to preach moving forward. We got to learn from this one and continue to move forward.
Harley?
Outside of finding that passion and obviously stringing together wins, what's a goal for you in these last 10, 11 games?
The goal is to see the fight consistently for 40 minutes. That's been the goal. It's shown at times, but that's part of the consistency when you're trying to build something. It can be something that's 1 or 2 games and then kind of fades. It can be something that's 1 or 2 quarters and then fades. So it's continue to build on that. Moving forward, we want, obviously the goal is still to win games. But the number one thing is to fight and to show that fight on a consistent basis. It's never a time to give up. So 11, 12 games left, whatever it is, we got to show that will in that fight moving forward.
Close out with Brian.
Just Will, just her ability to kind of slash off ball. Just what did you like there, and just her tandem with Camilla in that first half?
Yeah, you've seen different defensive game plans towards her. No matter who she's been in the lineup with, some teams play off first, some teams pressure a little bit more. Sometimes she's had the advantage, sometimes she hasn't. But she's been aggressive since she's been in the starting lineup, which has helped us in a lot of ways. I thought she had some good looks that she just missed. She was hot early on, and then struggled to get some to fall late. But I thought that most of their attention tonight was on Camilla, and obviously the zone and the way that they were aligned, made it difficult to get it to her as well. So that's kind of what it is.
Thanks, everyone.